This tutorial is going to cover our main drawing tool in Illustrator, which is the pen tool. Our pen tool is located right here on the toolbar. Now if I click and hold, it shows me all the different tools for editing my lines. I'm going to take and hit the tear off button over here, which is going to take and allow me to view all those tools at the same time. Now I put them up here by the arrows because these 6 tools are our main drawing tools in Illustrator. Now the way the pen tool works is by creating anchor points. So if I was to come over here and click, it creates an anchor point for me. Now it requires 2 anchor points in order to create a line. So when I click the second time, we have our line connected between those 2 anchor points. Now our anchor points are basically our control points for the line. Wherever I click an anchor point, that line must go through it. And the Illustrator is always assuming that I'm going to continue working. So when I click again, instead of starting a new line, it's going to automatically connect to that last line that I drew. The more that I click, the more that it continues. When I'm done with my shape, I'm going to come over here to my selection tool and I can click off. Now that that line is no longer selected, if I was to come back to my pen tool, instead of connecting with my last line, it's going to start creating a new line for me. Now if you notice, every time that I click, I automatically get a straight line. If we want to create curved lines, we're going to click and drag. So when I click and drag, I still have my anchor point, but now I get 2 grips that come out of it. Grips are your control points for your curves. So because I dragged up and to the right, my line is going to want to curve up and to the right. When I click and make my second anchor point and drag, I have my curve. Wherever I take and drag, I could take and control that curve. Now if you look, these 2 grips here are controlling this line, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. When I clicked and dragged, I dragged down and to the right, which means my next line is automatically going to connect going down and to the right. This time I dragged up and to the right, so my next line is going to go up and to the right. So whichever way that I click and drag, my next line that I take and create by clicking on the anchor point is going to go in that direction. Now, if I grab my direct selection tool, I'm able to come in here and click on a line. When I click on that line, I can see the 2 grips that come out of it. With my direct selection tool, I'm also able to take and click on my anchor points. If I click on an anchor point, I'm able to control that anchor point by clicking and dragging it. So I could reshape the structure of my line. Now wherever that anchor point goes, that line has to go also. I'm not editing the curve at all, I'm just editing the placement of my line. If I wanted to take and edit the curve, I'd have to come over here to my Convert Anchor Point tool. With my Convert Anchor Point tool, I'm going to take and click on one of my little grips or handles, and whichever way that I drag it, that line is going to follow. Okay, now we said that this line right here has 2 grips that come out of it. One grip is controlling the left side, one grip is controlling the right side. So when I drag this guy down, only the left side of the line actually curves downward. If I want to control the right side, I'm going to grab that grip and I'm going to move the placement of it. Now, if I want to see the grips for this guy, I'm going to come back to my direct selection tool, my white arrow. If I was to click on this line here, now we're looking at the grips for this line. Come back with my Convert Anchor Point tool and move them around. And that is basically how to take and create a line and control it with the pen tool, direct selection tool, and Convert Anchor Point tool.